righty, here we go. 15 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. That's what we do. Real quick before we get started, for those of you in our listening audience, our seminar here in Boynton, Saturday at 11 a.m. We're going to do 2 sessions, 11 to 1, lunch break 2 to 4. Okay, 2 2-hour sessions. So it's basically like 4 1-hour webinars, a 4-hour long webinar, 2 2-hour long webinars, 8 you know the gist, okay? For any of you who want to partake, you're already on the group. I'm already going to go live. So you can just partake, obviously. But this is usually what we used to do as a webinar. When I do my seminars, I would also webinar them. I would start a private group, send that private group to people. They would pay to join the group, and then they can go into the class, right? But this group is already open to my Tuesday, Thursday class. So if you would like to partake and donate, $30, $40, $50, 7,429, I don't care. But it will be 2 2-hour sessions. It is always, like our classes, goes up online after we do it. So Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, you don't have to watch it live, but we're going live 11 to 1, lunch break, charge up my phone, and then 2 to 4. So it's going to be a 4-hour seminar. So the seminar here on Saturday will be available to anyone in this group as a webinar. I may offer to other people outside the group to join the group, but then the reason I don't want to do that, once they're into this group, then they can watch the Tuesday, Thursday classes, which is only especially for you guys. You know, this private group, the people that are on here pay to be on this group, are affiliates of my organization. So it's not, this is not a freebie. That's why I don't put it on my regular page. So for you guys, if you would like, hey, I'm trying to talk over here. You're being noisy. Friggin' Tony, huh? These Italians. He's not Italian, he just looks Italian. Or Greek, or Spanish. He could go for anything. I'm sure they've asked you 100 things. You Italian, you Greek, you Puerto Rican. I'm like, no, I'm Haitian. So you get it, guys? I put the link up there, like I said. If you can, hey, listen, you guys are all my loved students. You can't afford to donate nothing, man, that's cool. But we're going to be here 4 hours. Hour lunch break in between. So it's up there. We're going to have a blast. But that's usually what I do when I do seminars. I'll webinar it for people that, you know, can't come out, obviously, to a seminar in Panama. I do a webinar. Paul does webinars. A ton of people do webinars. But anyway, some people do it on Zoom, Facebook Live. Let's start rocking and rolling. We got Tony here today. Isn't it crazy? Sometimes it's Rod, sometimes it's Tony, sometimes it's Tony and Rod, sometimes it's Tiffany. Not Tiffany. What's her name? Nikki.
Who's Tiffany?
I don't know. The name just popped into my head. So I got Nikki. Nikki couldn't make it today. Please send out your prayers to Rod. He's having some family things going on health-wise. So please send out your prayers to Rod for me. Keep him positive. Everything will be good, inshallah. For those of you who don't know what that means, look it up on Google. Again, like everything else, politics and everything else, let's love each other's God, because there's only one guy up there. Which route you take to get to him, just like going to New York. You can go 95, you can go Turnpike till you get up to 95. We're all going to the same place if we're good. And if there is a bad place, I think we're already there from a previous life. This is pretty shitty. All right? So, when we started way back when, right? And we talked about, you had done Krav Maga, a lot of stuff, right? We didn't do a lot of mindset stuff, right? And with you, right, I'm not gonna put your business out there, what it is that you do for a living, but if you're coming across, you're dealing with the public, and there's money involved, anything of value, diamonds. I would never think, because what are you gonna do with a title? I saw, I don't know, I wanna say about 8 years ago, or before they passed the law, I don't know, maybe it was long ago, that they really cut down on the title loan places. I don't remember, because they were raping people. Some dude came in and just robbed them, took like a couple of 100 titles. I don't know what you could do with these things. I'm still thinking about, why would you rob a place for titles? Obviously there's something you can do with them. So if you have anything of value, people may want it. But that's what I'm saying, why would you?
They have money there. They probably robbed them for the money.
No, but they took hundreds of titles. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure they took money too, but that's what they're saying, that they took all the titles, and I'm like, there's probably something to do. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you have a title, you can bullcrap somebody and be like, hey, listen, I got the title. You with the title, you're more owner than I am. Scam them, even though they sent you a couple of $100 for this piece of paper, because you don't even know where the car is. It might be at that address. I don't know. There had to have been something to it, right? Because you know most people, oh shit, I got the title, I'm the owner. Well, not if 2 years, because you can't, you know what I'm saying, in the commission of a felony, there's a bunch of laws. So basically the person that bought that title for $1 or $100 is out the money. But the mindset, so when is the big word, right? And I put the weekend because the weekend is going to be a lot about this. The mindset. Do I do this? And if I do, what if I don't make it home? What if this guy takes my life? See, all those things have to be, it's like preemptive, for lack of a better word. You have to have those things set in your head. You can't, once it starts, decide, okay, should I or shouldn't I? You can't decide, what if something bad? The second that you decide it's going to happen, then there can't be, it's like a dimmer switch, it's on or it's off. There's no dimmer, there's no bringing it down, there's no, you gotta go. Like I said, in a situation, because when it's about valuables, people do anything. Believe me, a crackhead comes into your store, I don't care what you're selling, and you have cash and they need a fix, people are not rational when they need a fix. They will kill for 10, 12, 15 bucks. There's no price you could put on a life. But you imagine losing your life over somebody who needed 20 bucks, who if he would have asked me for it, I probably would have given it to him. But he snuffed me because he thought maybe I wouldn't give it to him. I'd feel some type of way. I'd take a gun out on him. Bro, to get you out of my life, if $20 is gonna get you out of my life, your stinky ass in my store probably costing me other clients, I'll give you the 20, get the hell out, right? So when we make that decision that it's, let's say, go time, everything has got to be like shooting pool, man. There's no thinking. There's no more practice. There's no more training. There's no more preseason. You know, you got to go. And that's why you want to limit the things that you do and limit the things that you think about. Okay? So the thought process is before. Okay, hell, this is not worth it. I want to make sure I go home to my family. Here's my wallet. But while you're in the middle of this thing, thinking or screaming, you're not going to take me from my family. Your mind, once you decide to whoop ass, has got to be whoop ass. It can't be, will I end up in the hospital? It can't be, will I get sued? It can't be, will I make it home to my family? Once you decided all that in milliseconds or whatever it is, yeah, this right here is worth it. I'm taking my shot. Then all you have to think about is head, butts, knees, elbows. If you're in the neighborhood, say hello, run the table, march, which means keep going through, finger salad to the face. Those are the only things. There's no other way. Once you're a defendant, this is not a tournament, man. You lose, you lose. This is not a title shot. You made your 10 million or 50 million, but you lost the belt. Oh, well, you could lose. Yeah, this is life and death. So once the party starts, okay, forget about the hors d'oeuvres, forget about the appetizers, forget about the soup, forget about the bread. This has got to be meat, no potatoes. Run the table, thumbing eyes, taking out throats, ears, eyes, sternum, groin, cover, and just flow. You just do not stop. And by the time you do stop, this guy's no longer a threat. Then you can decide, that was close. That could have turned out different. But once you start, and this is, to me, the most important lesson on planet Earth. Not what, how many, it's you got to keep going till it's all over. Then you can reflect. Then you can be in the past, thinking to yourself, you know, or in the future, what if? But once it's there, it's in the now, and the only things you're thinking about, it's not techniques, it's not killing him, it's not self-preservation, because we already know, we've already trained for that. You see what I'm saying? So you're no longer thinking, oh, I'm going to make sure I leave here unscathed. We've got to do that pre. The second we get into a fight, you can't think about anything else. Nothing else. You can't be thinking about going away next weekend and shit. You got to make sure you're in good shape because you're going scuba diving. I'm telling you, that's mindset, not being in killer instinct. That mindset. The only thing you think about once you flip that button is headbutts, knees, elbows, eyes, ears, throat, sternum, covers, flow, run the table. If you're in a neighborhood, say hello. All the things that we go through week after week after week. Anything short of that is dangerous. Anything short of that is dangerous because it could cost you your damn life. You know, you don't know if the guy has a knife or not. Because this is what I'm telling you. If you follow these steps that I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what he has on him. It doesn't matter how much he weighs. It doesn't matter his skill set. If you're the best pitcher in the world and I don't let you throw the ball, it's all for naught. If you're the best shooter in the world, you can put it through the bullseye 7,000 times in a row. You'll shoot 7,000 times, there's one hole in the paper. But you look on the other side and there's 7,000 shells all over, so you know you shot, and you put them all in the same hole. Is it any good if I don't let you pull your gun out? If you get your gun out but you don't pull the trigger? If you get your gun out but it goes to here and you're pulling the trigger down? No, right? If I don't let you effectively execute, none of that matters. And you cannot effectively execute when all you're thinking about is not going blind or assessing, am I going to go blind? Which everybody does when you scrape their eyes. And then when you cup their ear and they feel nauseous to their stomach and they feel like they're on the Titanic on the tail end of the trip, not when it left the port. You know, after it hit the iceberg, that version of the Titanic movie, okay? It's too damn late, right? So you get your ducks in a row. You understand these techniques. You know the ones that you love. You train them. They're in your head, like I said, when you're in your car and you're thinking. And so long as you're attacking, they can't be doing anything but defending. They're not thinking of sending an assault. And then once they become overwhelmed, where they can't defend enough of them, and each person is different. Could be 3 and then you just give up. Could be 7. But it doesn't matter because if you're rapid firing and hitting in places where you're not winding up, you're not getting winded, it doesn't matter because you could literally, I'm not going to say forever, but you could go 10 minutes. Do the math. You've watched me move. Think about 10 minutes of that. There's no way. I don't care who you are. There's no way you're taking 10 minutes of the stuff I show here. To be honest with you, there's no way you're taking 10 of those actions or techniques or movements. 10? You're thinking about thumb is 1, cup the ear, headbutt your face, knee your groin, elbow you in the sternum, cup your other 2 ears, rake your eyes again, and punch you in the throat. Which, all of that, you saw how I explained. That was slow motion. I can get all of that done in 3 seconds, what I just explained. So now, how many 3 seconds are in a minute? 20 of those times 10. So that's 200 sets of what I just said. Not 200 sets of what I just said in 10 minutes. Superman is not going to handle that, right? So think about if you had good endurance. I can run on a treadmill, which means I'm not, jogging. I can run on a treadmill probably 8-9 minutes. Maybe, for sure, jog 20 or 30. So if I'm going at that rate, at that pace, and I can go 9 minutes and not get winded, you're dead. If I can go 1 minute, you're probably hospitalized. How hard is it to go ape shit or nuts or balls to the wall for 1 minute? Not at all. If you're hitting the right place, right? Let's say I shot you 100 times, not 100, 10 times, right? Put your hands out like this. But out of the 10 times, I shoot you once here, once here, once here, once here, once here, once here. There's a chance that even if it took you an hour to get to the hospital, you don't bleed out. The closer I get to here, or the closer I get to here, the scarier it gets. Probably if I shoot you 1 time right there, it's game over, right? So it's not that I shot you 10 times, it's how effective was it. So I'm thumbing your eyes, that's like getting shot in the heart. When it comes to fighting, I'm not looking to kill you. I'm just looking to disable you quick, right? Or I could just rip your throat out and you die. Or if I had a knife, I'll just cut you both your femorals and your carotid and you're done. But if I'm talking about the most vicious things I could do to you, which would be like shooting you center mass or in the head, and I thumb your eyes, and you go to cover, and I break your hand, and after I break your hand, because it's right here, I go boom, and then that knee is right there, you just can't recover because you got to keep assessing. So that's the only thing you think about. All that flow that you've done, and the guy's a piece of rubber on the ground, you go out the back door, call 911, start walking around that building. Think about it. You know how you ever play that game trying to run around the table? You can't catch the person. You go out that back door. Once you're to the side, you just keep a lookout. Oh shit, he's not gonna catch you. And you make that call, but he's, in a pile of blood. I don't know if you have one of those. I don't know how your store is set up. I know in jewelry stores they can lock you in or out. Once they lock those doors, you're not opening. Lock them in there and set the place on fire. I don't know. Collect the insurance and listen to him scream while he's burning to death. It's James Bond. All right, so I want you to get used to movement. I want you to get used to touch, right? Getting feel. What we're going to do is this. Just like if you're playing, just think about playing badminton or tennis, okay? Just forehands and backhands. Think about, the ball is low and you got to go here. right? Think about serving, right? You're gonna be high. So we're just thinking about high, low, inside, outside. And then from those drills, you start picturing things you're doing. So the first one, we're just gonna start here, right? So the drill's gonna go, I'm gonna go like this, and we're just gonna meet right here. So we're just gonna go, boom, there you go. We're gonna do it again. Boom, there we go. We're gonna meet again, boom. And again, depending, it's just somebody that you want out of your face, boom. That would be like that's a pimp slap, because it's, bitch, where's my money? Yeah, so this is a bitch slap, pimp slap.
There you go.
Bitch, where's my money? Anyway, so you're gonna go back, right? And then from here, you're gonna go down. Now, again, we're just gonna go form to form. Boom, so we're not clapping hands, we look like a bunch of silly folk. Now, what does this mean? Now you start doing this, and then you pick up the speed and you start doing this with your partner, right? Once you start doing this, it doesn't matter that you're here. This part here, you just start picturing that instead of you being there, you just walked up to me and you're acting a fool, right? So picture you're walking, it's gonna stand right here, right? Turn around, right? There you go. So I'm gonna do the drill and you're just gonna keep walking towards me. Ready? Go. You stopped pretty quick, didn't you? That's that part. So whether you're here or I'm this way and you're here or I'm, right? So it could be the same thing. Whap! And then this guy's walking towards me, bap, bap. So I'm used to going backhand, or it could be a back fist. So you're just thinking about the motion, because this is all you're doing. The attachment to the drill, I could just go boom and just rake your eyes backwards, boom, right? Rake your, it doesn't have to be this way. So this motion, and you just start practicing that. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna flick him in the eyes. This guy's walking here. It's that visualization. There's a guy walking here, you see him, even if you leaned and went boom, right? You can flick him to the eyes, cup. You can hit this way or with a bottom fist, right? The attachment doesn't matter. So from you, stand here. Practicing this, believe me, even if you asked your wife tonight, I want to show you this, baby. Can you do this? Let's do this. Remember patty cake or remember those hands? So, oh yeah, here, let's try this. This is a new one we do at class. It's only 2 moves. What are you guys, morons? I mean, we used to go bit, 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 boop, 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 and you guys are just doing this? So, oh yeah. And then you start picturing, boom, slice the eye. Boom, slice the eye. Boom, slice the eye. Slice the eye. Go ahead again. His buddy's coming, hit him in the nuts. So you're just going boom, hit him in the nuts. And you're just saying that to yourself. And then once she doesn't want to play no more, she goes, all right, Tony, you're a retard. I got to leave. I'm going to go eat something because this is stupid. And you're like, okay, honey. Then you just do it on your own. You're like, okay, boom. So I can flick to the eye, hit the groin, hit the eye, groin, eye. And you're sitting in your car and you can do the same thing. Tap yourself on the leg, right? Keep this hand here. So not only do we have to start changing all these drills that we've done, it doesn't matter how weird it seems, you've got to say to yourself, okay, shit. You remember Rubik's Cube? I still can't figure it out. And there's a simple way now. They say, supposedly you do this one first up, the top one goes across, then this one comes back down, then the middle one, and you can literally go and finish it in like 30 seconds, I think. And people who first do it, takes them 3 minutes, then 2, then 1, then it takes them the 30 seconds. So if you can do that, you can do this. I'm telling you, you can. But the whole time, you're picturing, you're saying to yourself, all right, I'm slicing the eye, I'm hitting the groin, I'm hitting with a bottom fist, I'm hitting with a cup, I'm going like this, but I'm slicing the eye this way, or even though I'm going like this, I'm just backhanding, and you start seeing that. You start, remember who, bud? Throw this punch like this. We used to, like a hook punch. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you start picturing, whenever this one happens, picture you're poking me in the eye. See how you're going out there? Instead, think of stopping me with somewhere in here, but your main focus is to go boom, and just picture one of my eyes. I don't care if you're 3 feet away, but just boom, 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 right? If you're here, you're good. If you're here, you're good. If you're here, your eye's not there. You're not a flounder, right? So now when I throw this, boom, see? You're not picturing not getting hit. You're picturing not getting hit, but nailing me in the eye. Not getting hit, but nailing me in the eye. Your main focus is not getting hit, but you want to be a butthole? I'm not going to let you hit me, but I'm going to make you remember me. Boom! That's what you want. Boom! Now on the second one, when you come underneath, you're picturing moving, and once you see this, turning this around and poking me in the eye again. Boom! So that if you happen to go, boom, there's a poke to the eye, boom. So if I happen to go like this, boom, boom. If I happen to go like this, boom. So by practicing the entire drill, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, poke me in the eye. Whoop, whoop, now I want you to poke me in the eye. Now do the the other one and poke me in the eye, like that too, boom. And then on the last one, there's a poke in the eye, that's good. And then the last one, so we're gonna go do just the drill. 1, 2, just the drill. Boom, that's good.
Okay.
Boom, boom, watch. Now on the last one, go ahead, do it again. So think about poke me in the eye. The next one, no, watch. Poke in the eye, poke in the eye. And then the last one, 1, 2, 3, remember? And then I would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stops being 3. Now 3 becomes, go ahead, poke him in the eye, poke him in the eye, poke him in the eye. So your 3, poke, poke, poke. That one was beautiful. Skip right into it. Put your hand here so that my hand just stops from doing what it was going to do and just boom, skip like skipping a rock right into my damn eye. So now people would always say, let's just do the drill. Well, who in the world fights like this? Nobody does. Yeah, you're right. Nobody does that. But when I see a punch now, because every time I did this, I pictured that. Every time I did this, I pictured that. So you go to touch my shoulder, and I'd go, boom. I took that from my 2, turning it into that. If you go to shove the shoulder again, boom, and I go like that, I took that from 1, 2, 3. And then you go 1, 2, 3. Those with the same hand. There you go. So you're going to go on the first shot, boom. Right? On the second shot, boom. Or push across, boom. You're thinking about the second part, right? And then on the third one, you're thinking that. So each one becomes an individual one. So you break it down, and you'll just do the first one a couple times. Bang, there's my shot, and keep going. Bang, there's your shot, and keep going. There you go. There's all 3, but you just focus on the first one, right? Boom, and then do the regular drill. Boom, and then do the regular drill. Boom, and then do the regular drill. Once you got that really smooth and you're picturing every time I see, boom, a hand come towards me, you're going to go 1, bang, and then 2, ba-boom. So you're going to go poke, poke, slap, poke. First poke, second poke, third poke, slap, go. There you go. First poke, boom. Second poke, boom. Third poke, boom. First poke, second poke. So there's your first one, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now this one works better if you hit and then turn it. So as soon as you feel the touch, flip it. So in other words, go boom, and then this one, as soon as it touches, go like that. So you basically go boom. So you're really gouging into the eye. So you're poking, flip, there you go, poke. You feel the difference, how it's like you're getting right in that eye. So you poke, bang, and slap, poke. Same hand, boom. So now, let's say you had your fanny pack or whatever, and I go to reach for it, you're going to do the last one. Yeah, see? And you're just going to push my hand down, and then boom, there you go. So no matter that your hand is down here, that you're grabbing, grab, boom. See what I'm going to do? I'm going to push your hand out of the way, and then once I hit here, I'm going to ride right up. Because your hand is down here. Somebody's going to ride around top of it. What would happen, most people would go like this, and hit with the other hand, or push it out of the way with both. I mean, no, if I touch your hand, and your hand is down here, I know there's windows open. Boom, right in your eye. Let's say you go to push me right there. Boom, right in the eye. You go to push me across. Boom, or boom, right? If you push on this side, I'll just go straight in. That's the only thing that's different. I would go straight in. So if you go this side, boom, do it again. Boom, do it again. Boom, and you can practice this, like if you want to sell, there you go. Stand right here. As boring as it may seem, but you're driving anyway. You're not going anywhere. You're at a light, and you just start doing this. Boom. Well, what does that mean? Well, let's do it this way so I don't hit the mic. Boom. Well, that means it's coming this way. You push and poke. Push and poke, right? So you're going to push me. Boom. And that hand is there. So I can either break here, I can go here, right? Let's say I go here and I find nothing. Then what do? I go boom, and right away, I go to my ear cup. So I would just use this as a springboard. Boink, and come around, right? So now what I want you to do is, this is the drill we're going to do. I'm going to grab you and you're going to do this. Boom. Oh shit, I got nowhere. So you're going to go, whoop, you feel that? And then just whip right back around. So you're going to go 1, 2. So do it in the mirror a couple of times. 1, you got stopped here. There you go. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you're going to feel it because it's going to bounce back because it's so strong. right? So I can't get anywhere. So as soon as, turn around, face that way, as soon as you feel this bounce, you're just gonna go. And when you do it with both hands, boom, bap, boom, bap, boom. And you don't need anybody if you know how to visualize. The problem is when they're teaching us to do stuff like this, and I don't tell you that it's you grabbing me, moving this, me coming back and breaking from this, and you're just doing this for a month before I explain to you what it means. A, you get bored. You go home saying, what the hell was tonight's class about? That was so stupid. But I already told you that this is just something coming at you. Now you picture it. Oh yeah, Billy? I mean, I don't care. Yeah, it's a little role play-y. It's a little weird talking into the mirror. Again, your wife walks in and she's like, he's losing it. Oh yeah? Oh, you want some of this? What? Oh, and then that there is you picturing Billy came at you. Billy's hand is coming this way. You remove and poke. This, boom, is you getting stopped and then coming around and slapping the ear. So now you're doing these things that seem weird, right? But your hands are already here. Why do I want this one here now? I poke. This one's here because I move the hand. That's why this one's here. I move the hand. Then this one's going to come down here as I slap, because as soon as I hit that ear, I'm going to go boom, right in the groin. So you're going to get ba-bap. And after I hit you in the groin, boom, then I'm going to go into a cover, smash, and then hit you in the ear again, and then maybe again, then the thumb is right there. But you just keep that flow going, and there's no thought process. Because the problem is, well, the situation. When I'm thumbing your eye, right, you come at me and thumb my eye. That's not against anything, right? That's not against right punch or a wrist grab. You're just thinking that if this window is open, you're going to go for it, right? So now I'm going. I'm going to take this thumb. Don't use this hand. Just use this one, right? I'm the bad guy. I'm going to thumb you in the eye. And what are you going to do so I don't thumb you? Yeah, there you go, right? But you're a regular guy. You don't know any martial arts. So, yeah, let's say you grab it, right? So let's say if you grab it, now I'm the good guy. So you were the bad guy all along. I go to get you, boom, you stop my hand. Now, so long as I cover, right, I come over a little, boom, boom, right? Then I come across, thumb the eye, thumb the other one, punch, elbow, boom, again, boom, grab and hit. And that's all you think about. You just keep like a steamroller, boop, 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 boop. So, right, let's say I took a step towards you. What would you do? Boom, there it is. But you see where your hands were? Right? As soon as you knee me and I come here, you got to pick one of these hands to either slap me. No, just slap my face. The worst thing is, boom, I'm going to go like this. Right? And now you got a choice, depending. Punch me, elbow me, break my hand, boom, there you go. And then you just don't stop. Right? And you don't have to wind up. And when you're elbowing though, remember, whenever this hand goes up, don't ever leave all this window. Right? If I'm going to elbow you going upwards, here's where I want to be. If I'm going to elbow you going downwards, see, I don't want to go like this. Because now I'm wide open. Boom, I hit you right there. That's all I'm going to need, and I'm covered. And then from your boom, I drop this one. And then I hammer fist and I thumb. And now if I want to punch you, but see how I'm going always to this. Because I don't want to do a downward elbow, and then this is here. I'm still covered. And I can shoot this, or I can shoot this, but I'm not doing it from here. Let's say you just push my hand. Boom, I smack myself in the face. Right? So whenever you're going to do a downward elbow, always, even if you land it first, always try to get to here. And then from here, boom, you hit again, right? And then you thumb the eye. Or you go for your double shot. Then you go double, boom, hit here again, across the throat, punch it, hit. There's your headbutt right here, right to stomp.
So the downward elbows, so
you're going to go watch. You're going to go downward, but wherever I want to hit you, right? If I'm going to hit you here, that's still going to hurt. I don't want to go boom. I don't want to go boom.
So you want to space
I want to go boom, right? So it's the same thing, but I'm doing it from here as opposed to just going this way. And then I have this happening because this is a shutter. This is a truss. See? This here, you're not moving this anywhere. This, push it back. I just hit myself in the face, right? So I'm going to make that truss. So I make a truss, which is stable. I put myself in an advantageous defensive position offensively. Put myself in a defensive position. See how I'm hiding my chin? Defensive position offensively. Defensive, see? I'm not just going like this. Boom, I'm right in here. Then that head comes up. As this head's coming up, I'm going boom, double shot. It's going to land like an 1/8 of a second later. I'm not going to go, boom. I'm not going to go boom, boom. I'm going to go boom. So the head's going to hit in like a split hair of a second later.
So let me just try to get that downward down. Okay.
This one?
No. Okay, so it'd be like, let's say, boom.
Boom. But do the same hand, so you're not even using this one. See, boom. See, stop right there. Do it again. Do it again. Boom. Look where that elbow is. Beautiful. Do it again. Boom. Boom. Now, when I say stop, freeze. So be on the lookout for the stop. Stop. Do it again. Stop. Do it again. Keep going. Stop. Okay? You see how quick you're getting from here to here, from here to here. Now, do it again. Boom. And then hit me with the other elbow. What the hell would you do that for? See what I'm saying?
You said to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No,
Right,
what I'm saying is before, when you did it before, it's like, why would I go boom and then go, if I'm going to go boom, boom, I'm right there. Boom, I'm right here. Then I thumb the eye. Then I'll hit you with this one. Once I hit you with this one, boom, and then there's the cup again. It's en route. Boom, there you go. Boom, there you go. Boom. Because it doesn't take much. Just think about it. If I went like this to you, right? That doesn't hurt. That feels kind of shitty. Now take something 3 times the size and hit it. That sucks. Now take something 3 times the size, go across your nose or tip of the chin right here. You ever get hit there? Oh, the philtrum. It sucks, right? And either way, if it's very uncomfortable, like I said, it doesn't even have to hurt. As long as it's very uncomfortable, you can do this. So now what happens? So hit me with the elbow, make me uncomfortable. Boom, and I go like this, right? Now, you know this is wide open, cut my ear. Bang! So now what do I got to do? I could let go here, you know, it's the thing is you're putting me in a very awkward position. Because what do? I got hit here immediately after I got here. I'm still not done assessing here. So, and this happens in your brain. This literally happens. Do I remove this hand to go here? Do I go like this? Because that doesn't feel normal. So you literally start confusing me, which is when I become overwhelmed. And what happens when you're overwhelmed? Whether it's at work, with your kids, you become overwhelmed, you freak out, you panic, you break down, you cry, you turn away. So that's what happens because, believe me, if I punched you in the mouth as hard as I can, do you think that you could assess that and be cool with it? Okay, it's broken. No, you're going to, and you're checking lips and teeth. It takes a couple of seconds. Yeah. Gesundheit. So now I crack you in the mouth or anywhere. I don't give you enough time to assess it. It's just like grieving, right? Think about this. Think about how shitty this would be. We're going to use another person. Billy, right? Monday, mom dies. Tuesday, dad dies. Wednesday, son dies. Thursday, daughter dies. I guarantee he doesn't make it to Friday. I don't think you could. I don't think any person could deal with that. And I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday. They'll freak the hell out. By the weekend, they're done.
What if they all died in the same car accident?
That wouldn't be as bad because that's one shot. Boom, a ton of death. Not death, grieving, hell. Death, grieving, hell. 20 hours of crying. You start to feel a little bit better. You start thinking about how you're going to deal with this, what you're going to do. And then you get hit again. And then you get hit again. And then you get, bro, it's hell, right? So now it's the same thing. The concepts are the same. If I hit you in the mouth and don't give you time to mourn, don't give you enough time to assess, damn, okay, it's not broken. Oh, well, I'm bleeding. Wow, on my teeth. Doesn't matter. It takes seconds. That doesn't happen in milliseconds. It's going to take 2 to 3 seconds. Bro, there's no possible way I don't hit you 10 more times in 3 seconds, right? You just count Mississippi's. That's 3 in 1 miss. So in a half a second, you're getting 3. Let's say I'm slow and I hit you 3 times per second. If it takes you 3 seconds to really feel, well, oh, what happened, that means I'm going to hit you 9 more times. Your body doesn't say, okay, Tony, those 9, you're a beast, you're Superman. Put those in your back pocket. We're not going to worry about those. We're going to start assessing those when we're done assessing here. It's not the way the body works, man. The second I hit you in the mouth and thumb your eye and then hit you here, your body's going, what? And it's, what was that? What was that? What? But it's going, what? And then that's when this happens. It has to, because your body has to assess. And if you're assessing and I continue to just dump more on you, it's the same concept as on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you losing a loved one in a crappy way, right? And they're all surprises. A cup to the ear, then a rake to the eyes, then a punch across the throat, then a shot to the sternum, then a shot to the groin, then a shot to the knee. So I keep you in that, so you never wind up because you don't need to. I mean, think about if I did that. Think about, do you think this would hurt in your eye?
Of course.
Imagine a flick. That's a flick. It's not much better if I hit you in the mouth right now like that because your teeth, your mouth smashes into your teeth. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Stand right here. And you're going to go moderately slow. I'm not expecting you to go super slow because you've been with me for a while. But I'm just going to walk towards you. And then I'm not going to tell you how to start, but I would tell 90% of people, your chin sticks out a little further than your eyes. Not by much, it's just there, but I got to dig into your eye. But hitting you in the chin is kind of hard. Hitting you here, I got to reach deeper. Going for the groin, I have to use my leg. So I'm saying from this position, right? If I start walking towards you, if I were you, so start walking towards me, this is going to be my go-to. That's going to be my go-to. I don't want to take my foot off the ground. I don't want to go to your throat. Look how close I got to be. Where here, I can just lean in, and it doesn't take much. Here, if I lean in and just go, I mean, to your pec, you don't feel anything. To your throat, yeah, it's going to suck. But this boom to your eye is going to be hell. And then once I do that boom, that's why I suggest you would start. You could start anything you want, right? I wouldn't start letting me get close enough to do an elbow, right? So where would you go? I want you to do 3, flow. 3. See? There's no way you don't overwhelm me after 3. None. After 3, I'm done. I'm overwhelmed. Because the second you went like this, I was given like a normal response. That's about a normal response. Where my hands go don't even matter. But, so I'm going to do what a normal response would be time-wise, and you just keep flowing. Just flow. I don't want you to fly through it, but just flow. Don't go slow, just flow. See how many times you could hit me. So you're walking up, oh shit. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Now, don't go as slow. Just flow. Don't get as close, but I want you to boom, 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 right? Just a nice flow. So I walk towards you. Oh shit! Way too slow, bro. As soon...
Don't go slow.
Don't go slow. Don't hit me hard. But what I'm saying is as soon as you poke, boom, 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 and then count them for yourself. You don't even have to make contact. But what I want you to do is, because I'm going to show you, because I've seen people when I poke them in the eye, when I've hit them in the groin, how long it'll take, the type of things they'll say. Oh, fuck! See what I'm saying? By the time I said, oh, you should, boom, 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 boom. Right? So now, as soon as it goes down, go to your next one. Son of a... See what I mean? Before I finished saying son of a... This shot came. Then your brain's... Whatever words you use don't matter. So you saw that before I could finish my mother effer, son of a... That's the kind of shit that... Oh, man! But we'll do it again. Motherfucker! See? Bro, I didn't get halfway and you were to the next one. So now I got to reset. I have to. Because my brain... Because I got to check the next one, but I'm not really done with this. So now, I'm done. I used hand number 1. Hand number 2. On the next shot, this is literally what happens. I start moving away because I have nothing else to cover with. Unless you hit me in the groin, that's why I'm saying the groin isn't the best shot. Because you may stay there and I may have to hit you again if I feel I can close my legs and do this. But if you hit me somewhere, if you hit me here, I can close my legs. But if you nail me here, guess what? Right? I've got to go like this or like this. So now I got this one, but I got nothing for this one, or nothing for this one. So when you're hitting me in the groin, it's not as effective because I'll go like this, right? So I can't get hit in the groin again. But if you nail me here, I got to assess it with something. Here, the assessing is happening with my inner thighs. Here, I got to go here, or turn and go. Because assessing has to happen. That's just the way it is. Explicitives, motherfucker, whatever it is. Oh my God, what? See? That shot there, oh, dude, it's not. And then once you start getting the feel for that, the whole thing is this. The second you give me time to recover, I'm done. You can't let me recover. You can't, what's the other word I'm looking for? You can't admire your work. Be like, oh, wow, he's bleeding. You just go, flow, flow. I get this close to you, the first time, boom, right? Last time, you hit me this way. The time before that, you went right into a knee. So it's always going to be different. So you don't ever have to think. There's no thought process. You're going to sense, right? I'm here. I can sense. Stay right there. I can sense that's open because I can see, right? I can't see in the mirror because I'd have to look here. Looking here, you know how on a camera, on a movie camera, if they focus on you, have a background is blurry, and if they focus on the background, you're blurry? That's the way our vision is. Once I'm focused on you, I can't really see. I can't use that mirror as help. So once I'm here and I'm looking at you, I know what's open. I know that I'm going to go right from here, I'm going to go boom, right? So that's going to be 1/3 of a second. So in 1/3 of a second, there's 2, right? And then I'm going to lift thumb, right? Thumb, thumb. So you're going to get on the same boom, boom. And then, so easily, once you start this kind of stuff, right? Stomping that foot, hitting, thumbing, right? you're going to notice that you can go easily 3 per second, and then you'll get to the point where you can do 6 shots per second. 3 is easy.
That practice on for that.
The air. Yeah. Here's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as bad martial arts, it's just bad instructors. Yeah, some of the stuff like this stuff is just trash. That's why I've always liked Kung Fu better. But when you're watching these guys, Tai Chi even, because when you see guys do this, right, and you're coming towards me and you do this, right, and you go, hey, what's it? And I just go, boom, because it's the back of my hand, it's like an ox jaw. They're just seeing this, right? Does this hurt? Come back. No, it doesn't hurt. Stand right here. I can push you back. You're gonna move, and that's just here. Now imagine slow motion, and you just make it like it's in the movies, and make believe. Come here, right? Make believe. I'm not gonna hurt you. I promise. I'm a boy. We're gonna make believe it's a movie. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna boom. Now come here. I'm gonna do it very lightly. In judo, it's illegal to hit. So when these guys grab your clothes to throw you, what they used to do was they would grab, but before they close their hands, they would go, and they'd give you a little punch. So they were good at the 1-inch punch because you can't come wailing. They'd see you. But they'd grab and go like that, and you get that. But what happens? You go, that's the you I need. And I sneak up underneath you and then hump you up on my hip, and next thing you know, but it's because of the grab had a little 1-inch punch to it. So now you imagine when I go like this, and it's no longer like you see it in the park, and they're going like this, but this becomes, you feel that? Now picture that, so now I go, wham! So now you're off your feet before I extend, and yeah, you're gonna go flying 10 feet. And people think, oh, he sent them flying. Well, yeah, but it's because I hit you, and what happens when you get hit? When you get hit in the chest, nobody goes, oh, they don't go down. It's like, oh, because you wanna get away. So as you're going like this, is this a good place to get pushed from? Shit, no. This is a good place to get pushed from. That's not what you do when you get hit here. You go like this, and now you go flying back. But all this fun stuff that you see, and I'm going like this, right? And I'm reinforcing, but I'm not reinforcing this. I'm not reinforcing this. I'm reinforcing that. Yeah, nothing there. But here, it's a sucky day. I'm hitting you in the sternum. So now all this Tai Chi all of a sudden, and look, I got my hips behind it, and I'm doing this circular, and all of a sudden, boom, and you're gonna go flying. The sternum is so beautiful. And if you hit it right, the diaphragm, you can crack that puppy. And that's like weeks and weeks of feeling like you got. Think about this.
Just somebody's coming. What if somebody's coming at me?
Oh, yeah. Remember back in the day when these guys had the bamboo armor, shellacked, they would get into these deep stances. And this is what they call a reverse punch, because this is forward and you revert, boom. Because the purpose was to impact so hard, and that's what they were trying to hit. That even through armor, what they would call one shot, one kill. Right? So if this guy's just coming crazy at you, the problem is you don't want to get set and go into here, because this guy may be coming up to you and be like, yo, man, and then all of a sudden you go into this deep stance to punch me here, and I'm over there. Yeah, and you hit me, turn sideways, and that happens. So what you want to do is when you get close enough, what you want to be able, like a piston, so this is what I want you to practice. I'm going to stop way short because I don't like getting hit in the sternum. Don't do anything. I'm going to get this close in your head, and you're picturing staying as tight as you can and blasting that through, but right from there, and this is how you want to do it. Without stepping in, you're just going to go right from here, and as I walk, I'm going to stop right here, but you're going to go wham! So you want to, this is exactly what I want you to do. Like if you're going to pull your gun out, you know how when guys pull it, they don't go out here. They go here tight, center, and out. So you can take your hand right from here, you're going to whip. So as you're going to hit me, you're just going to, this is what you want to do, just like the Tai Chi thing. So you're going to go here. As soon as you see me walking, you're going here like you're going to turn away. And then wham! So right there, see? You've got good balance. You don't want to step in. You don't want to, takes too long. So you're going to do it first from about, wait till, back up a little bit, over here, over there. You're going to wait till I get to about here and picture I'm already here. And you're going to hit me. And I'm going to get closer and closer so that you can start practicing. You're loose. Everything's very loose. Wham! 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 That's all it takes. Stepping in, you don't need all of it. So, first one, stay right there. There you go. Get that hand out and back all the way. Don't lock it, but get it. Don't stop here. There you go. Straight. boom. Remember, the fastest way and best way to hit is if you hit that way, but right there. Because turning it this way and this, all it takes work. Just boom, right there. There you go. So now you're gonna let me get even closer. Boom, there you go. Extend it a little bit more. There you go. Don't get off balance. Remember, looking in the mirror, this is what you wanna do. You don't wanna get this. Boom, see? I'm whipping my hip into it. Boom, but I'm coming right back. Boom. Just relax from here. I get that little bit like I'm gonna turn and go away. Boom, and right back. Boom, and right back. Boom, and right back. Boom. There you go. But don't just hit and leave it there. Think about, boom, hit hard, bang. So it's not like I'm trying to push you. It's like I'm trying to, boom, and get that punch right back. Okay? Do it again. Boom. There you go. But see, here's the next thing. This is how you're going to do it. As this one goes out, right towards my sternum, this one goes either here or here. I would rather here on this one. It's too far back for me. There you go. So as I walk in, go ahead. Bam! And then right from there, yeah, there's no way you're going to hit me here, and I'm not going to do this. Bang. So you're either going to go from there again. Now we're going to leave this extended. Turn here so they can see too. So you hit me already, right? Boom. Slice. So let's just go with a slice first. That's one. Now go with a full rake. This way though. Rake. So you're going to go slice, rake, thumb, cup, bottom, all from there. So you're going to hit, there you go. There you go. Now cup, boom, thumb, boom, thumb all the way across, boom. So you're either going to thumb or thumb all the way across. And then once you thumb across, bang, you're thinking about hitting here. And then if you want, you can grab the, what do they call that? The brachial plexus. It's just a bunch of tendons that suck. So now you're picturing I'm walking in without me. Here it's easy. Step here this way. You can see me. So I step towards you and you go ahead and do that. Boom. That one's got to go there. Don't give me the karate shit. Yeah, so you're going to go boom. And as soon as you hit, boom, boom. Right? That's why I want you to go hard, because you're going to go wham. See? You're not even thinking just that. You're not thinking that after that. You're thinking boom. So as soon as you hit, boom, there's just no way. Think about it. If either one of those lands, so watch. You're going to do it again and count in your head. I don't think this is half a second. From when you launch that and that, just, you've been around long enough to know what a half a second feels like, right? I've had sex before. I know what half a second is. That's a half a second, man. That means you can hit 4. 10 seconds, 40. What man on this planet is going to be able to handle 7 of these, 3 of these, 2 of them? I got to add up to 40. So however many of these, or these, or these, or these, or these, and you can send off 40, no problem.
Okay, so let's see how many, like what the next logical is.
Okay?
All right, so.
The finger here if you wanted it.
Cup.
There's a cup.
Yeah.
Then you got to remember, that's why you do it slow motion. Because I have to react. And I have to go to the next one. I can't stay here 2 or 3 more seconds, then go here. It's like if you get stung by a bee and then another one. You forget about that one for a split second. The pain doesn't go away. So the debilitation, meaning here 8 or 10 seconds, won't go away. But this hand is going to have to move to touch the next bee sting. It just does. Have you ever been stung by more than one bee? You start slapping, or stung by more than one of anything. You don't go till this one is away and you're getting bit over there and you're just like, yeah, right. And you scratch. No. You start, because I've been swarmed more than once. Dumbass, I'm sitting there raking my yard and I literally went pop, and it felt weird. It felt like a stick going into like not a fluffy, but a deflated football. And I went into a damn wasp nest. And as soon, man, as I heard a weird noise, turned, and they were on me. And it's an immediate touching because they bit me. And I don't know if wasps or bees, one of them can keep stinging. I think bees, once and they're done. This thing hit me like on my ear lobe 2 or 3 times. Because it was a tack, tack, tack. And then they started, and every time I got bit, my hand moved to the next bite. It's no different if you're getting punched, kicked, bit, spit on, you just move to the next one. So the logical thing is I get close, boom, I go here. I'm going to end up here. That's why I tell you guys to practice slow and then go through the moves and in your head. See, this makes logical sense because it doesn't matter how or where you turn. If I do this here, it sucks, right? It might hurt my hand, but it's not gonna debilitate me, right? So if I go bang, it doesn't matter if I go boom and you turned fully that way, that's what you're gonna eat. If I go here and you turn that way, bang, that's what you're gonna fully eat. If you just stay there, da-dunk, right, then I'm gonna go da-dunk, and then I'm gonna thumb your eye. So you're gonna go, just count, as soon as I start, go 1 Mississippi, because a second is not 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, right? Ready? Ready, go.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
You got to 1 Mississippi and you had the do-doom, and I went basically slow motion. You will get 4 shots off in a second with a little bit of practice. I did nothing. I went like this. I didn't add that one in because that is just added, because if I do this, that's 2 in that quarter second. So if I just went like this, boom, 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 and stomped on here. So I'm going to walk towards you and just slow motion, because you got to remember, I've got to move. If I don't react, because this is what happens. Do 5 things as I walk up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem is, am I going to be like this? The second you go here, I'm going to go like this. Then I'm going to start turning. So you've got to be able to understand, and that's why you practice it slow, because as you keep going, right, boom, boom, there you go, boom, boom. Yeah. There's just no way, right? So we're just going to do, let's see how many you get off, and I'll count 1 Mississippi. I'll count it out loud. 1 Mississippi. You got 3, and you were going pretty slow. You were going pretty slow. 3. I'm only getting 4. You're going to build up to 4 easily. I'll cut it in half. Let's say you only got 2 off. So that means in 8 seconds, you're going to hit me 16 times. In 9 seconds, this fight's not going to go 10. Not going to go to double digits. You can go 9 seconds probably with King Kong if you had to. 9 lousy seconds. You can hit me 18 times, and none of those 18s are wind-ups. None of those 18s are going to miss. Because see, the thing is, yeah, this, keep your chin right there, is definitely going to suck more than this. But I guarantee you, this, boom, is going to land 9 out of 10. This is going to miss 9 out of 10. Guaranteed. This one will miss most times. This one, boom, will get there most times. Boom, that one is going to get there most times. Boom, that one's going to get there most times. So what do I care? Because the second I hit you, boom, and I land forward, depending on what's here, this one's coming in, right? I can't do anything here, so I'm going to miss, boom. Now I'm going to punch your ear, then I'm going to hit you here so that your neck, and then as you're moving and I can see these hands, I'm going to try to take knuckles or elbows to those hands, right? And then if I want to cup your ear, I'm like, you know what, I'm not even going to cup the ear. Boom, I'm just going to stick a pinky in his eye. Boom, and then I'll thumb the other eye. Because it's just a finger salad to the face. You're looking at scratching, gouging, peeling, and just stay in the face. Nobody likes that. Their hands come out. And then the second, again, I'm just going to turn. The second you see this, what do? Grab with one, peel with the other. There you go. I'm immediately going to do this. And then you can either transition it. I would stay on there and try to grab the other finger. No, stay right there and then get this one out of there. Control this. Peel it back. Pull it back. Okay, let go with this one. Pull it back. Get that. More. Okay, stay right there. Don't move. A little more. Right there. Okay. What am I going to do? I got to do something. And then you just grab that one. I'm out. Yeah, you're screwed. So that's why you feed it, right? The second you see this, and you can grab to it, and I go here, you grab that up, bang. But see, once you're there, you want to make sure you turn that puppy way up. You try to make a full circle. Try to draw a circle. Think about this being a magic marker, and you're going to draw a full circle. Whether it's this way, right? And then as that's happening, boom, man, that boom, boom. See? Thumb, thumb, boom, boom. And since you've done it 1 billion times, the second, right, you're here. I just want you to put your hands here. What do you see? Boom. What else do you see? Boom. What else do you see? Boom. Cross your hands in front of you. What do you see? Boom. What do you see? Boom. What do you see? Boom. What else do you see? Boom. What do you see lower? What do you see on the lower end? Boom. There's so much shit going on. And you don't need to think to yourself, okay, if somebody grabs my wrist, I got to step 45 degrees to the left. What the fuck is 45 degrees to the left? Now, what kills me is that 40 degrees can be an angle and it can be a temperature. Like 45 degrees is kind of cold. I mean, it's definitely at least jacket weather. I'm not saying you need a coat, but at 45, you need a jacket, right? Okay, 45 degrees. Temperature or angle? And honestly, this is what our brain thinks. Because for that split second, we know the word degrees, but which do we mean? You think I need that shit in a fight? You think I need that shit in a life and death situation? You don't think this? But that's how they do these things, how they do tests on those ink blocks, and they hook you up to things when they castrate guys, right? Well, even let's take castrating off the table. When Jasmine, my daughter, she's a neurology major. She's like this close to being a neurologist. I still call her a neurologist, but they put probes on mice, on people, right? And they ask you a question. So when they give you chemical castration, we'll go back to that. I just had to, right? And they're going to show you these pictures, and they're going to see, okay, do these little kids are they still attractive to this? Now, did you hear about these, what they're called now? Child attracted, something. They're no longer pedophiles. They're child attracted something or other. Yeah, they're not pedophiles. They have this new word. It's called child attracted, like you're attracted to children.
Pedophiles too derogatory?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Really? It's nuts. Yeah, I'm
so
trying to think.
When they probed them and they showed them after the castration and they probed them, did they still?
They didn't get excited.
They didn't.
They didn't get excited.
It works.
Chemical castration absolutely works. Absolutely works. Right? And then they do the same thing when they show things to psychotic people. When people say, oh, well, that's crazy, or, well, it depends, everybody thinks different. Okay, well, the way they do these things is, well, you have to have a baseline. It's just like, we got to make a mind. What is an age to drive? What is legal drinking? Okay, you got to set a baseline. And they set a baseline. They take 100 people and they show them a picture of a bloody child. Most people's this means, okay, yes, this is scary. If there's a guy that's just sitting there with no feelings, that's why he's a psycho. Oh, well, everybody thinks different, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, okay, but it doesn't mean you're not a wacko. If 9,000 people get freaked out by a hurt child and you like it or laugh, you're crazy. There's no such thing. It's just like, well, that's crazy or this. No, there's a baseline for everything. And in neurology, it's the same damn thing. So chemical castration, they show the guy the pictures, then that's how they know, okay, we can let this guy back out into society. He works out. Little 9-year-old kids don't arouse him anymore, right? And it's the same thing when you're trying to figure out how somebody's arousal level is. You take the same test and you say, okay, Tony sees an ankle and he's already getting into it. This guy here has got to be, Daisy Dukes before he starts warming up. This other guy, she's got to be, fully naked and look like Pamela Anderson, because everybody has, and again, that's different rates of arousal. Then what do? They take 1 million people. It's like, okay, 90% of people are here. Well, then that's normal. Because people always say, well, what's normal? Well, if 90% of the country is there, that's what normal is. It's not what you're saying, it's your brain. Your brain can't lie. It's like you can't say, we, the people, are going to help. And yeah, if you're saying you're going to help, your brain, like a polygraph, will be like, the wrong thing's lighting up, Bommy, you're lying. That's not what you plan on doing with the country, right? So that's how you set baselines. In self-defense, it's the same exact thing. What is the baseline? The baseline is no matter who you are, right? You have a spot where you're gonna be, let's say, faster or slower at responding or reacting, right? That's your baseline. And then from there, it doesn't make a difference in what we do, because I'm gonna hit you so much that no one is fast enough to assess all that damage. Because there's a baseline, like I said, of people. Most people will take, let's say it's 1 second to assess. A second is not very much, so even the fastest guy is gonna do it in half a second. That's pretty damn fast. That's way faster than everybody else. He's twice as fast. Now, you can't have somebody that's 4 times as fast. That means he's gonna react in a quarter second. That's the problem with reaction. No matter how fast you are, the fastest you can be, even if you're way faster than everybody else, is not fast enough. Because if I'm gonna hit you 4 times in 1 second, okay, you gotta react, right? So you have to assess, right? And then you have to categorize, or whatever you wanna call it, right? Or catalog, and then respond or react. What am I gonna do, right? So is it gonna go this way? Is it gonna go this way? Is it gonna go this way? But by the time all that, so I'm basically on the express lane on the highway, and I paid so everybody gets off my lane, and it's 4 o'clock on a Friday. Everybody else is in the other lanes. I'm just zipping past everybody like at light speed, because you can't assess this fast enough for me not to hit you again and put you in la la land where you're going like this, because you have to assess, no matter who you are. So the second, go ahead.
The coming towards me would be like, let's say we
Boom.
get the eye, okay, and then butt the sternum. Yeah.
Yep.
And then.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay.
But see, the thing is, because it's odd for someone, just think about it. Have you ever seen someone, would it look normal for someone to go, no, as soon as, that's what's going to happen. That is already the point of overwhelming. I'm telling you, it's 3, and you're doing 4 in a second. I'm going to give you a bad day because you're on martinis and you can only do 3. That's all you need. So you're going to overwhelm this guy out of the gate. Out of the gate, he's doing this. You're 1 second in. You could literally go to the bar if the bartender's quick enough, say, yo, let me get a beer. Boom, we'll pop it, boom, and go back, and this guy won't still be recovered enough. Honest to God, I'm not lying. If the bar was right there, you're like, yo, let me get a beer, quick, yeah. All right, cool. And get back here, and this guy's still, oh, shit, oh my goodness, man.
He'd be out.
So now imagine, I don't know many people who in the middle of a fight are ordering beer. The only psycho I know that would do something like that with a vape or a cigarette in his hand would be you or I. Me for sure. I would vape and say something about your mom. Some of my guys know, they call me the Long Island from Long Island. Always, when I'm done, I got to say something about your mom. It's just the thing to do, pisses people off. But you can't beat that. The second I take that first step, you saw that you touch, boom, I got to, boom, boom. See, all those things have to happen. They have to. But when you're doing this, so when I do it slow motion, kind of like a wrestler, and they're acting it out. If I act it out, what would happen? Oh shit! Right? Then, oh man! Right? I'm gonna try to get the hell away. I felt that one, bro, and all you did was like you went like that, and I felt like air get pushed. Very uncomfortable, bro. Very uncomfortable, and that's because your hand didn't go on flat. You had a little bit of air when you just pushed on me. I felt air get pushed. It's like when your ear is clogged. And I hate, bro. I have a lot of pet peeves, but not being able to breathe through my nose, if I got to breathe through my mouth, I freak out. And when my ears get clogged, it pisses me off. When I'm on a plane and then, I just want to jump through the thing. So I walk, boom, boom. See, it is, after that initial reaction, so long as you don't give up. And that's why I say do these things slow, because speed is easy. I know that if I told you to do this, right? The first couple of times you might, but you're going to get it to where, and then this one's going to go like this, right? And you're like, oh, okay, that's the way it goes, right? Because you don't want to rub your head and mess your hair up. I don't anyway. I don't want to crack my hairspray. And you'll get used to it. And then because it's so simple, because you're not looking for anything, you're just scanning, right? Let's do that one again. Just like I told you to put the arm here. Too slow. Ba-ba. As soon as this shot goes out, you're already thinking about the next one. Oh, shit. Think about it, because the feet, yeah, it's going to be slow motion. You're going to do slow motion. It's going to be little bit right behind it. Go. I mean, you just feel yourself doing this, because I have to go like this, and I have to go back from that one. And then what do?
Flying knee, baby.
Because 9 out of 10, you're right, flying. You know you're going to have to use distance, either a longer limb, which would make sense. Don't have I go like this. You're going to do the technique. Kick to the balls. Right from there. Don't even get closer. Right? Because I'm going to move back. I'm going to go like this. Oh!
That would have to be.
Yeah, as soon as I move back, boom, flick the kick in. Yeah. If you do it with speed, if I go like this, you boom.
Stay right where you are.
Just, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go like this. Boom! Right? So you're going in the mirror, what you would be practicing would be boom. You're not going to move back. You might get to here. You're going to get hit. So you're going to practice slow motion. You're going to go boom, boom,
You think he would
boom. Then it would be boom.
So it happened. No, you're gonna be.
I'm the walker.
No, I'm coming at you.
Okay.
You're gonna do some slow motion, but you're gonna go. Oh, whack, and then knee. See, hey man.
Boom.
See that? What I'm saying? I don't think he's flying back. And then then it's probably gonna be right there.
Remember what I'm saying. If you feel this, you may. I mean, remember, you saying, okay, I'm probably. Oh, bro. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna go flying back, but the chance that I turn and do this.
To keep it still, you're gonna have to do like.
Yeah,
all 3 of them.
Boom.
Yeah.
And their ass out. And then, see, if you do this, I just want you to walk. Just walk. We're going to step way over here because you're going to end up, just walk into me, towards me, whatever, as I'm doing what I'm doing. And see, I'm going to move back like stuff really hurts. I don't want you to run. I don't want you to get altered state. Just stand over there. I just want you, once I get close enough for you to start, just walk towards me, right? See? See how close you are? No, just keep walking towards me. See how you have to walk to keep up. But I just want you to think like you walk into the elevator. Once I start moving back, just chase me down, but with a gingerly walk. See what I'm saying? You don't even have to chase me. You would just keep walking and hitting me. And then if you've got to chase me, you better stop. Because now when the cameras are rolling, you're chasing a dude doing this. Now you're the aggressor. That's what you have to remember. That it's not going to take long before this guy turns and heads that way. And then, I don't know of many states, even this one, because that is not right to defend yourself. That is not stand your ground. That is assault. In any city, in the most liberal or conservative city, you're beating the ass on someone that's doing this, basically in fetal, you're going to jail. What was his threat? Oh, Your Honor, I know the guy. He was going to blast a fart, and his farts are toxic. What's your defense? So you really got to watch that the second I walk up and I go here, go about your way, bro. Go about your way. I'm not coming back at you. Think about it. Let's say, well, what if he recovers? So go ahead and do your technique. I get, and I go over here, and I'm like, shit, my sternum hurts. I might be blind. Oh my God, this hurts so bad. Okay, God, I can't wait to get my win so I can go for round 2. I really want to try this guy again. Hell no. Nobody's going to say that after that. They're sitting here probably watching for you like, you picked the wrong guy. You got to think of the psychology too. This is where the thing goes wrong, where in Krav especially, you see guys, running across the room with headbutts, knees, and elbows. There's no way you're headbutting somebody 18, 20 feet and you're not going to go to jail. Because unless your headbutts, knees, and elbows really suck, this person you're headbutting, knee, and elbow isn't in this position. In which case, like I said, in any world that you live in, if I'm hitting someone like this is assault. That is not self-defense. You're just beating the shit out. That's flat out bullying. Oh, but he attacked me first. Now, if the guy's like this and he's got his hand here, oh, you can continue to blast his ass. He starts to reach something. But if you got a guy doubled over, covering his face, nuts, ears, and belly button, and you're going at him like Mario Andretti around a track, you're going to jail, bro. You're going to jail. That's why it's so good to go boom, 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 and just get down, get out.
Another guy in the gym that
We'll see you guys next week. Do not forget, guys, Saturday, do it. It's like one of the best webinars you'll ever see. There's guys out there doing webinars for an hour and a half, or say it's going to be an hour and a half, then cut you down to 2 hours. We're not going to mention any names, people. You know who they are. Do your thing. Help support what we do. Love you guys. Thank you, Tony.